What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Out of Bounds. On a Wednesday night, we are back. Fitz and Dillon are with you on JDF Sports. This is the first time we've streamed Fitz in God knows how long. It's been months since you and I have been on a stream together, and I am so happy to be back on the airwaves with you, sir. How are you doing this evening? Actually, let me bring you in a little bit with the Kevin Fitzmaurice background track we love to use here for Fitz when he joins the show. Fitz, how's it going? How you feeling? How's life?
Dillon, it feels good, man. It feels good. Life is beautiful. Man, I'm just so happy to be back. We have so much love in the comments right now. I missed everybody. I missed Dillon. I know Dillon missed everybody. But man, it has been a wild ride. So let's see, Dillon, we did a little comeback like last April. We did the draft 2025. And then both of our lives just got uprooted and shit hit the fan, for lack of a better term. And so like things have to take a back seat. You have to focus on other priorities. Life's in a good spot for me. How's everything with you, Dillon?
Everything's great. Life's in a great spot with me as well. And it's even better now that football is getting back into play. I cannot wait to talk about training camp. I can't wait to see some preseason football this Thursday. We're going to be seeing the Hall of Fame game. Next week, we're going to be seeing some preseason football. Kevin, I'm so excited to see what happens this season in the 2026.
Football's back!
It's back. 2026, 2027 is going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year for both the Titans and the Patriots this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed for both teams. It could be great. But again, we have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a lot of people in the chat. Like you said, showing love. Brian is in the chat on YouTube.
Brian!
Let's just talk about that for a second. He's usually over in the Twitch stream. He felt it was important enough to come over here to YouTube and check us out.
Up.
So, Brian, thank you, sir, for hopping in. Yeah, we love you. We love you as well.
I miss you, Brian.
And hopefully the Packers are going to do well this year for you, too. We'd love to get your thoughts on the Packers in the comments. And for those of you who are chatting in the chat, we'd love to get your thoughts on your favorite teams. Let us know in the chat who you are rooting for, and I'd love to get more thoughts there. Wesley Burton, unfortunate Colts fan, is in the chat this evening. It would be funny if a giant popped up after the intro. I guess we are kind of giants, I guess you could say. I think we are. If you saw the social media post earlier today that JDF Sports put out for this show, I think that ice that we had on our wrists and our teeth and on our neck, that was pretty icy, pretty giant-y, I guess you could say. Jay Stambo, 2323, saying,
Stambo!
Love you.
Wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Stambo. Connor McNabb is in the chat. Let's go. This might be more entertaining than Spidey and the Odyssey combined. That's saying something, folks. That's saying something. Did you see the Odyssey or Spider-Man?
I have not seen the Odyssey. I do want to see Spider-Man.
Odyssey, I want to see it. It's a Christopher Nolan film. I want to see a Christopher Nolan film, but it's 3 hours long.
I don't have the attention span for much these days.
No one does.
Of a movie.
No one does. 3 hours is just, I don't know, way too long for me. Price Stewart in the chat. What's up, boys?
That's my guy.
Kelly Ann saying too soon to see you and football, talking about Price. And he says it's almost next season.
So the reason is because they play. So I run a really intense fantasy football league.
Okay.
And they played each other in the championship. In the championship game, I don't know if you remember, anyone else remembers. I know they do. Puka Nacua sideline catch at the very end of the game with 3 seconds left, and they would have kicked a field goal and won it.
Yep.
My sister had Puka Nacua. Kelly, she had Puka Nacua. It was a catch. She lost by Price. What was it? 1 point? 1.5 points? And that Puka catch would have given her the points to win. They recalled it. Puka didn't get the catch. She lost the championship. Price won. Man. And when I say this is an intense league, Dillon, this league is crazy.
Interesting. I have to watch it. I have to watch and see the scoreboards myself. I got to watch the leaderboard every week into your fantasy football league. Also, John Gambone is popping in the chat.
That's my brother.
Had a question. Best rookie running back to watch this year?
I don't think it's Jeremiah Love.
Okay. Who do you think it is then?
I'm trying to think of his name off the top. Jadarian Prince for the Seahawks.
Okay. Seahawks do pretty well with getting running backs and bringing them up and using young guys. They don't usually go out after these veteran players. They usually like to bring up guys through their system. Charbonnet is a big is a big running back they had that was a homegrown guy. They love having their homegrown talent there at running back. But yeah, Prince might be a good one to watch.
We have a couple other comments here. I want to make sure we show some love to. Now that we're back, it's fun. Dillon and I, we're here to talk some football. We're on the mic. It's been a minute. It's a celebration. So, real quick, Sean is awesome. 100. That's my boss and a good friend of mine. So, Sean, shout out to you. We got my boy Wesley Burton, the Colts fan. Wesley, love you, buddy. C Nozak Hockey. That's Chris. Chris, hope you're doing well. Hope everything's good for you. We got obviously my boy Connor McNabb. Shout out to him. John Gambone, Symington Seasonal. That's my buddy Kyle. He is my landscaper, one of the best landscapers you'll ever meet. One of the best dudes you'll ever meet.
Love that.
I would promote him, but he is booked up, so he does not want your business right now because he's got way too much going on. But shout out to my guy Kyle there.
Nick Newton in the chat as well. Newt's coming out of the woodwork. I mean, look at that.
Cheap shit.
Look at that.
That's my brother.
Love it. Yeah, thanks everybody once again for joining. It's really a pleasure to be back on the microphone with you all, especially Fitz and myself at the same time. We don't typically have many streams together, but when we do, we have a good time doing it. So look forward to talking a lot of football tonight. Works 7 days a week. Look at that.
He does. This guy does not stop. He's plowing in the winter. He's taking care of yards, and he doesn't just do like a good job. He does the best jobs. Nothing but love for my buddy there.
Love that. Tell Mike to just destroy my shit, please. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Have you seen the Jersey Mike's trend?
No.
People going to Jersey. So they go into Jersey Mike's, and have you ever been?
I haven't. Oh yeah, I love Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. So you order Mike's Way. Okay. So there's this trend where people went in there and asked very provocatively for Mike's Way. Have Mike just absolutely destroy my shit, please. And it was this social media trend. And Newt used to live down the street from a Jersey Mike's, and we used to talk about it all the time.
Love that. All right. Let's get into it.
Shout out Murph.
We can go back
Murph
to the right.
Just on the camera. He left.
Murph.
Is Smokey around?
Smokey is around. He's laying on the ground, and he's just enjoying sleepy time, I guess, while I'm streaming here. So Mom is out getting a massage, and he's down here just sleeping on the ground. So running back wise, Prince was a good one for the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, I'm gonna be a little biased. I would say that for the Titans, we got Singleton from Penn State, Nick Singleton. I think he's a really sneaky pick as well. Really, really speedy guy, showing off a lot of that speed at training camp. It sounds like from Tony Pollard's point of view, he's picking up the game pretty quickly as well. So if Tyjae Spears goes down with an injury, I would highly suggest picking up Nick Singleton as a depth running back on your fantasy team this year. I think he's going to do some good things, especially if Spears goes down, which over the past 2 years, Spears has gone down with an injury and missed, I think, 9 games total between the last 2 years. So I assume Singleton will probably get some carries in this offense if Spears goes down with an injury. So keep an eye out for that.
He broke all of Saquon, or he broke the career rushing touchdowns, and all-purpose yard record at Penn State, where Saquon Barkley held those records.
Yeah.
So,
and Price says, "Love me some Singleton." Noting. So, if Price says it, it has to be true.
Who's going to get more of the bulk, Warren or Dowell? Newt, you might know better than us, but I've heard that Rico is getting the number one offense touches.
I would probably say it's Dowdle. I would probably say, because Dowdle in Carolina did some great things. He was with the Titans actually before he went to Carolina too. Did some good things there in Tennessee as well. But Dowdle, actually, I'm thinking of Deontay Foreman. Foreman. That's who I'm thinking of. Rico Dowdle was with the Cowboys before. Dowdle did great with the Cowboys. I think he was a good backup there. But then, in Carolina, he really emerged. Warren, I don't know. I think he's underappreciated in that Steelers organization. I think the Steelers love to just keep him in their back pocket, but never want to really say, hey, you're going to be our guy. You're going to be our main back in the backfield. I think that Warren's really got a knock there in Pittsburgh. I think Dowdle will definitely take the majority of the snaps though as the first running back there. Nick says Dowdle is there to carry the rock, and Warren is catching passes on third down, and I tend to agree with that. I think Warren is good on the ground too, though. I don't think it's necessarily just a pass catching back, but I think Dowdle's definitely going to take the bulk of the snaps there.
I think the Steelers made a mistake letting Kenny G walk, to be honest. He was a very big part. Newt and I have had this conversation numerous times. Kenny G was a very big part of their offense. Rodgers went to him a lot down the stretch there. Crucial third downs. He had a couple of touchdowns towards the end of the season. So I think the fact that they let him walk and now he's in Tampa Bay, it's going to hurt them. Dowell, obviously, we saw that 5-6 game stretch where he was like the running back 10 in fantasy football, like every single week, and was an absolute monster. So I think Pittsburgh would like to continue that. But to your point, Warren gets underappreciated. I think Warren is definitely a very good back for what he gives you.
And for the most part, he stays healthy too. He saw a lot of that last 2 years ago when Harris was there.
Yes.
And Harris was going down with injury quite a bit, and Warren was coming in relief of Harris quite a bit. So once he left, though, I mean, again, Warren I think is still he could be a bell cow back there if he needs to be. But Dowdle will definitely be the number one. I think he has the most upside between the two. Justin Kearns hopping in the chat saying the dome is shining tonight on the stream.
Kearnsy boy. Miss you, buddy.
Yep. Miss you, Kearns. Wesley Burton, if Dowdle is number one, Warren is going to have to feel like always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Honestly, yeah.
Really, yeah. I mean, I think if you look at it, it's funny. It's kind of going into other storylines, too. You look at Taysom Hill with the Saints. Taysom Hill was always the bridesmaid, never the bride. He came in as that gadget player, potentially being the starting quarterback for the Saints, never was able to get that moniker for himself, and now he's not going to be with the Saints this coming up year. It sounds like he's going to try to go somewhere else and try to be successful elsewhere. Rumored Denver, to go over there with Sean Payton. So it's crazy to me that we have some of these players in the league. And Taysom Hill, for years, was just... The Saints love to dangle the carrot. They love to dangle the carrot in front of Taysom and say, hey, Taysom, you'll get starting quarterback very soon. Not yet, but very soon. Come get it. Come get it, Taysom. And he never got it. He always was that guy that was a special teamer, always that guy that could come in there as a tight end, as a wide receiver, as a running back. He was a gadget player. If he goes to Denver with Sean Payton, that is going to be a huge piece for him coming up in 26, 27, especially with how high those expectations are for the Broncos coming in to Bo Nix's third year in the league. I think it's going to be a great piece if Denver can pick up Taysom Hill and have him going into the year. That would be a huge get for Sean Payton.
Oh, huge get, for sure. I mean, Sean Payton just loves to find different ways to get creative in his offensive schemes. He likes to find ways to get different players the ball, as well as make sure that, their focal points. They added Jalen Waddle this offseason, which was a big acquisition. Bo Nix is getting healthier and healthier as the days roll on. I'm hearing Evan Ingram's having a great camp. They had RJ Harvey last year. You brought J.K. Dobbins back. You still have Cortland Sutton over there. They have one of the best offensive lines in football. Just a loaded offense, and to add just even that additional gadget piece to your point would be a great addition for the Denver Broncos over there. I hope it doesn't happen. Also, Nick Bonito, I don't know if you heard today, limped off. I think it was today or yesterday, limped off of practice. So that would be a tough loss for them for sure.
Very, very tough loss for them. I agree. Let's look at who else we got in the chat here. Nick Noon says Kenny G is going to be a sleeper in fantasy drafts down in Tampa. Will be a huge value pick in later rounds. Yep, I agree with that too. I agree with with Fitz's assessment there on Kenny G. Kearns, need to hear Dillon's thoughts on this. Made a trade in my Dynasty League, sent Scattaboo, Quentin Johnston, and round 1 pick 4 for Chase Brown and round 1 pick 6. I think Scat is going to be a flash in the pan.
He's already chewing on static right now.
Right. He is a walking concussion. He he has CTE already, and it's his second year in the league. I don't see him faring well or long in the league the way that he plays, especially with how he got injured last year. Did you see him at Fanatics Fest when he did the backflip on the stage?
Do we have the video of that? Are we able to pull that up or no?
We can pull up the video. Yeah. Why are you doing backflips in the off season after having a season-ending injury last year? You come out think that that's a good idea to just start doing backflips on stage in public. I don't understand what his mindset is, but it's just I don't know. Scadaboo is just not going to be in the league long if he keeps doing those kind of things.
He made a comment to it. Obviously, I do some dumb things here and there, but I will learn from it. My coach talked to me, told me how he felt, and I learned from it. Will I do a backflip again? Probably not. You live and you learn, and we move on. But, I mean, he's just having so much fun already. And, you know, exciting to watch. He's an exciting player, but, like, he's not going to have a very long career.
No.
The way he runs, the way he plays, he runs head down, heavy, you know, violent runner. Like you love that type of stuff, but I mean, he's eating crayons already. And I don't know how much longer he would have. So like from a dynasty standpoint, I think that was my big take with Kearns when he had asked me about it from a dynasty standpoint. Like I think Kearns was acquiring Chase Brown, but I think that, yeah, here it is.
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, just showing off the leg first and then doing a backflip. Like, come on.
God forbid he doesn't land that. Like,
right. Good thing he fumbled the way he did. I don't know.
I mean, it's a huge flex. I can't even do a flip, let alone a backflip or whatever. I don't know. Played dumb games, you win dumb prizes. He obviously was able to stand his feet. I know that like he does that for some of his touchdown celebrations, but like you just had a very gruesome injury that kept you out your rookie year, and then you're, you know, WWE doing shit like this. Like, just join the WWE. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of these guys, Tom Brady, for instance, looking like he wants to join the WWE, slapping Logan Paul in public and all this. I don't know.
Hot take. I'm done with Brady post football.
I think a lot of people were the first year he went in the booth.
I can't stand the guy.
Yeah. I mean,
post-football, can't stand him. Pre-football, would do anything for him. Absolutely worship, love the guy. I mean, he's the background on my phone currently. You can't see it, but it's there. There he is. Background on my phone. Like, I love Brady, the player. I loved what he did for New England. I'm very appreciative for what he did for us. He gave me 20 great years of football that I was able to watch so many Super Bowls and playoff games. We were always playing football in January. Like, Brady was the reason for that. I'm forever grateful. I love the guy. He's got a 17-foot statue outside of Foxborough. But, like, I'm just post-football, I think the guy's lost his mind.
Well, especially after divorcing Giselle. I think Giselle was his stability outside of football. And once that stabilizer was just launched out a window after saying, you know, F them kids, going to play his last year of football, I think that was the end of his just stable lifestyle outside of football, which is crazy. Going back to Kearns, though, I do think that is a good trade in Dynasty. It's good to sell high on Scadaboo and Quentin Johnston right now, because I don't think Quentin Johnston's going to get there either. I think he's very just, I don't know. I don't think he's going to reach that potential that they want him to reach in Los Angeles with the Chargers, especially if Justin Herbert's out there just making out with his girlfriend or wife after practice on the practice field every day. I don't think it's going to really work out that well. So Quentin Johnston, sell high on him. Get Chase Brown, a solid running back in that system with Joe Burrow. They're going to want to run the ball quite a bit to set up the pass for Cincinnati this year. I think that was a solid trade.
There you go, Kearns. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Justin, my team was a heavy favorite, but the injury bug hit and we ended up in the toilet bowl. So I've just been making win now trades. Oh, okay. Love that. Yeah, Kelly says I can now see how the rest of the NFL family base hated him, talking about Tom Brady. I'm telling you, the first year he was in the booth, everyone was like, ugh.
My thing with Tom in the booth is he's obviously very passionate. He loves football. He gets really intense, and like it's the fourth quarter, and he's yelling at you,
Yeah. You don't
and
need
like
that.
he's losing his voice, and like I get it, like he's passionate, but it's like
You're not on
I
the football
love the
field anymore.
intensity.
Yeah, you're not on the football
Yeah,
field anymore.
for sure.
You just
And
need
then
another
I don't know
moment.
the whole Raiders thing. You bought the Raiders or bought a small portion of the Raiders, a minority owner, almost immediately. And for a Patriot fan, I think for me, like the breaking point was the Super Bowl when he's like, I don't have a dog in the fight. That just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, okay, you've got a 17-foot statue outside. What do you mean there's no dog in the fight? You know,
Right.
like Robert Kraft did everything he could for you. Like we worship this guy, you know.
Well,
We
also
worship this guy.
Troy Aikman, when he's in the booth, do you think he has any bias towards the Dallas Cowboys? He does.
Yeah.
He talks about it. He loves the Cowboys because he was on the Cowboys. Like you can still be unbiased, but then still have like a sway. Be like, okay, obviously, this is the team that I spent many years with. I won many Super Bowls with. You can acknowledge that. Like I think there's someone in his ear telling him you don't need to do that. You need to be biased. You don't need to be biased anymore. You need to be unbiased. You need to just get your head in the game in the booth, not necessarily on the football field. Which I don't.
I think it's this Raiders thing. I think so. Right now, you see Shaquille O'Neal everywhere. You see Snoop Dogg everywhere. Like you see these guys who are doing all these side quests. They already completed the main quest. They're done. Now they're doing side quests. But like Shaquille O'Neal's kind of always hung around. Snoop Dogg, they've always hung around. It's like recently over the past 5 years, their faces everywhere. They're in all these commercials. You know, Shaq has like a different brand for everything. He's got his own gummies. And I think Brady just like rushed it. Brady's like, yep, done with football for 1 year. Can't take a break. Now I have to immediately jump into everything. I need to start doing my side quest now. And it's just a little too early. It's like, to your point, I'd love to hear like his take on the Patriots and what, like be on a broadcast and talk about how you really like Drake May's game or you don't like his game and you want to see more of it. Like I want to hear those takes. It's like he's afraid to talk about the Patriots. There's clearly some sort of tension that's going on here. The dude's completely made of plastic now. He's doing the WWE thing. He's rising up out of a coffin at Fanatics Fest. Like he's a part owner of Fanatics. He's a part owner of the Raider. Like dude, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, and it's limiting what I think we all expected post football Brady. Like. It's cool to see DUI Romo go out there and call all these plays before they happen. And like we were kind of hoping Brady would do that. And it's just like he's just really intense, really loud. There's certain things he could talk about, certain things he can't talk about. As our owner, there's certain things that he can't do that media can do. So it like kind of limits him. Like he can't go into different certain offices, training like locker rooms or anything like that because he's a part owner of the Raiders, which like limits him from like things that maybe Al Michaels might be doing, or, Greg Olsen might be doing, or some of these other big broadcasters. He can't do that because he just jumped into the Raiders thing, jumps into Fanatics thing. He's like, he just has so many hands in the pot right now. And it's like, Brady, chill, enjoy your retirement. Instead, he's just doing 100 fucking things right now. And then like, he's kind of coming out as like a douche through some of it.
Yeah, and Kearns makes a great point here, saying Brady seems like a guy who didn't enjoy his 20s. Now at 50, he wants to do what he couldn't. I agree wholeheartedly. I like you said, I think having his hand in too many pots at once, I think that's definitely going to hinder his success in the booth, especially. Chris in the chat says Brady needs to stick to game analysis. He also said he's got let me see what he said. You can have a favorite team, but still be able to say, yeah, that they suck right now. Love them anyway, though. I mean, I think that he's trying to do way too much. Way too much at once. Just stick to the booth for now. You don't see Troy Aikman doing all these things outside the booth. You don't see who else is out there? Greg Olsen doing all these things outside the booth anymore. Like he knows that he's now no longer a football player. He's going to be an analysis. He's going to be a color commentator on broadcast. That's why people like Greg Olsen more these days than Tom Brady. It sounds like he might even be the replacement of Tony Romo potentially on CBS.
I think it's J.J. Watt.
No, well, they're talking about Greg Olsen potentially being a guy that could potentially replace Tony Romo down the line
That would be awesome.
because he's no longer the main guy at CBS because of Tom Brady coming in. So Let's
not forget, Tom Brady signed a very lucrative deal with Fox. It's not like he's, obviously make as much money as you want, boss up, do whatever you got to do. But like, you signed a pretty fat deal with Fox and then immediately just went out and bought part of the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's Tom Brady. No one's going to say no to him.
Right.
The implications.
Yeah. A lot of implications there. Dylan Barnes in the chat saying horns up.
Horns up, baby.
Texas. Look at second year in the SEC coming into football. Arch Manning coming in as well. Will he bounce back this year at Texas?
There's too much pressure on Arch Manning.
There's a lot of pressure on Arch Manning. A lot of pressure.
Who has more pressure, Arch Manning or Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Ooh. And Marvin Harrison Jr. is already in the big game. He's already in the big leagues. He's already in the big league, should be showing up, but you have Jacoby Brissett as your quarterback.
I don't know if it's the quarterback, dude.
Well, right, because Kyler Murray was there. He was actually, Kyler Murray is actually, when he's on the field and he's healthy, he's actually a pretty good quarterback.
There was times where he was like a top 10 dude in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the reason why he got his contract extension too when he was there at first. But now he's, you have Jacoby Brissett coming in. Veteran quarterback, yes. Journeyman quarterback, yes. But is he that guy that can unlock a Marvin Harrison Jr. and become that generational talent? I know that you kind of had it in your notes as well earlier, talking about how Marvin Harrison Jr. came into the league as this generational talent, and he hasn't lived up to that billing of the generational talent. We've had so many guys.
Catches, 1,400 yards, almost 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, 29 games. They're not bad numbers.
No.
But they're not
generational.
I think people were hoping for.
Right. I mean, you could look at another guy like Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. Came in with that same label, generational talent. Instead of a generational talent, generational player, we need to look at these guys like generational prospects, because they are. They're college football players coming into the NFL. We don't know how it will pan out, but we do not need to be giving these guys this generational player, generational talent labels coming into the league, because he could still be considered a generational prospect coming out of college, going into the NFL. That won't tarnish, or that won't put this stigma on him coming into the league to say, okay, we expect him to have the same level of success, if not more so, in the NFL than he did in college. If he just has the label of generational prospect, because his intangibles were there, his measurements were there, his stats from college were there, but you just can't put that on a player, a college player who's 20, 21, 22, coming into the NFL with all of those high expectations and expect them to be successful. Not everybody's going to come in and light the league on fire. And I think that's the reason why you've seen guys like Puka Nacua coming into the league who are not even in the first round getting drafted, weren't considered to be a generational talent, but then look what he did in the Rams. He overcame Cooper Kupp, the Triple Crown winner, on his own team to become the wide receiver one.
I just sent a link for Marvin Harrison's camp highlights. And to your point, yes, 100%. Like, Puka Nacua came in and overthrew Cooper Kupp for that lead guy. I think, Cooper Kupp was kind of, the Triple Crown was the peak for him. He won his Super Bowl, sort of dipped off. Last year we obviously saw him. He's just kind of go in there, couple of clutch plays, not the same player, but Puka came in, didn't have any of that pressure, and then stole the show. And Marvin Harrison is arguably, I can't think of a more hyped up wide receiver prospect we've seen. In like Jamar Chase was a high wide receiver prospect, but I don't even think he had as much attention as we're giving Marvin Harrison right now.
No.
And it's like, go ahead.
Yeah, it's rough to watch. Looking at how he played last year, the expectations he had coming in, and especially having Kyler Murray there, you were hoping that Kyler Murray was going to be the guy that was going to unlock him in this offense. I'm sure the coaching staff there, the ownership team there in Arizona were hoping that was going to be the case as well, but it just didn't. It didn't turn out that way, and it's just unfortunate that he has to be playing the way he is currently. I mean, again, I'm sure Cardinals fans are hoping He's going to be able to have some sort of connection with Jacoby Brissett, get some stabilization there at that position, and hopefully be that wide receiver they expect him to be. But I don't see his ceiling being raised by a guy like Jacoby Brissett. Didn't they have Ty Simpson? Simpson?
No, they have Carson Beck.
Carson Beck, and he's starting the game tomorrow for the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, Ty Simpson went over to the Rams.
Correct. He's also looked rough.
I mean, were there a lot of expectations for him? I mean, he's going to sit behind Matt Stafford anyway. So
yeah, for sure.
He'll have at least a year that he's sitting
behind.
What a
wasted pick when you're winning now.
Rough.
You could have taken Malachi Lemon right there. And like Devontae Adams is getting older. You get Lemon with Puka. You know, they were in the A.J. Brown conversation for that sweepstakes for a little bit. They clearly needed a wide receiver. But no, instead they're going to get it fucking Aaron Donald. Like, give us a break.
Yeah, I think they should have definitely capitalized on that position instead. I mean, Ty Simpson was going to be there.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting picked right after. He wasn't getting traded up for. Like, they could have waited for Ty Simpson.
For sure.
They could have.
Back to the Marv Harrison thing real quick, though.
Yeah.
I was reading about this because, so I had, not that anyone gives a shit, but I had Marvin Harrison in my Dynasty League. And I haven't been feeling great about it. I obviously drafted him number 1 overall 2 years ago, and he hasn't lived up to what I was hoping he would. So somebody sent me an interesting offer. It was like a bunch of players for a bunch of players, and I had asked them, like, who are you interested in? And they said, you know, I'm interested in Marv. I said, are you willing to pass up on Garrett Wilson? They said, yep. So I sent Marvin a second. I got Garrett Wilson. I was so hyped. And so I've been doing a lot of research about Marv. And what I'm discovering is that people around the Cardinals organization are saying it's like a yips thing. You know, the yips?
Mm-hmm.
When sports players get the yips.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying he's really in his head. And there was a reporter that I was listening to on a podcast for the Cardinals who was saying that last year, do you remember when he scored those 2 touchdowns in that one game?
Yeah.
He like dropped to his knees. He was like crying. And they were saying that it's like, it was a relief thing. Like, oh, I finally did it. I finally, caught some touchdowns. And he finally had like a good game. And then after that, the next week he came out and he was flat. And it's like, he's like in his head too much. And I genuinely wonder if the limelight and everything got to him. Like, not that he was like, this flashy star, in commercials and all this other stuff, but like he was one of the most coveted wide receiver prospects we've seen come out of college. He played for a big wide receiver school in Ohio State who produces a lot of really strong talent. Had one of the best wide receiver, college seasons we've seen in a long time. Devonta Smith obviously did wonderful things, and there's many other guys in that list. But I wonder if he was just kind of too overhyped, and now he can't live up to that, and it's almost like messing with him mentally. And he's just so in his head right now that he might not become that same player or be what we think he will. And until we realize that the Cardinals cut ties with him, then he goes to another team and he could just be like a comfortable number 2. I don't know if we're ever really going to see Marv Harrison as potential. Like, this is the year. This is your 3rd year in the league. You need to break out. If it doesn't happen this year, I don't know if we're ever going to see, like, our expectations of Marvin Harrison are up here. If he doesn't do it after the first couple weeks, they're going to start dropping. And then eventually it's going to be somewhere where we meet. We're like, okay, this is where we kind of think he could be, and this is where he's playing at. And then that's the Marvin Harrison player that we're going to get for the rest of his career, I think.
Yeah, and I agree. I think also having his father be a Hall of Fame wide receiver in this league, we just saw him. I mean, Wesley Burton saw a lot of film on Marvin Harrison when he was with the Colts, I'm sure. And a lot of great memories. Marvin Harrison, great wide receiver, having that expectation as well on top of everything else. Having that expectation of his dad being a Hall of Famer to come in and have to live up to his name as well. I think that's all of it. All of it has just come in as an avalanche on top of Marvin Harrison Jr. to where that's why all of these mental things are happening with him. The yips are happening for him, and he's just not able to get over the hump yet. But someone just needs to get in his ear. I don't know if it's his dad. I don't know if it's another wide receiver out there that just needs to talk to him and say, buddy, it's kind of like the Derrick Henry, not Chris Johnson, sorry. Derrick Henry, Eddie George conversation that happened. Derrick Henry was the starting running back for the Titans. He wasn't playing really well. I think it was probably like 2019 is when he started getting more carries. And Eddie George got in his ear one week and said, hey, look, like, you need to go be the man. You are the man. Like, go lay out some guys that are trying to take you down. And after that moment, that's when within 2 seasons, he had a 2,000-yard rushing season. He was the top 5 running back in the league multiple years in a row. I mean, that's where it began, was that conversation with Eddie George. So someone in his life, someone in Marv's life needs to come to him that is prominent, either with the Arizona Cardinals organization or
Larry Fitz.
Larry Fitz, absolutely. Just come in there and
close.
just
I think they talk.
have that conversation, that tough love conversation, that heart to heart, and say, look, you have all of the ability, you have all the skill. Go out there and prove it. Go out there and show it. Get out of your head. Just go play football. That's all you need to do. And see how it goes. See what happens. See if he can be a Derrick Henry 2.0 and have a renaissance in his career already and showcase what he can actually do in the league. But until that happens, I just don't see Marvin Harrison living up to that label that he was given when he first got into the league.
It's all right. We'll get to see it all over again when Jet Harrison, who just committed 5-star top wide receiver recruit, Marvin's younger brother, going to Ohio State.
Yep. Can't wait to see that.
See it all over again.
Wesley Burton also says, curious to see what Harrison's ADP is this fantasy season. Could be worth a shot in the mid to later rounds. I mean,
he'll give you games. It's not like he's not like absolute garbage.
No.
He's just not good.
Yeah. Might be the coaching conversation there too. Maybe.
They change things up. We'll see.
Also, Cage My IQ is in the chat. Saying what's up, fellas.
Dan, what up?
He also said Wilson and McBride have no issues with the quarterback, but Marvin seems to have issues getting open and catching the ball. We'll see how that goes. He was too busy battling with the league over the selling of his likeness rather than playing. I mean, yeah. We've seen a little bit of that in college too.
Yeah.
NIL with college football 26, 27, 25 as well. Chris Nosek saying CJ2K with the Parkinson's diagnosis. It's not Parkinson's, it's ALS. ALS diagnosis.
Who had Parkinson's? It's not Eddie George, is it?
No.
Someone, a big running back, just got diagnosed with Parkinson's. I thought it was Eddie George.
No, CJ2K just came out with ALS.
Yeah, someone else came out with something.
Interesting. I don't think it was Eddie George. Why do you think New England brought Hopkins into camp? He had the heart to hear. He had that heart to hear with AJ. Oh, Ahmad Green came out with Parkinson's?
Ahmad Green has Parkinson's. And
wow.
Obviously, our boy CJ2K
yeah,
has ALS, which is so sad. That's so hard.
So sad. And it's crazy to see videos of him a year ago. Because he was becoming a scout. He was becoming an NFL scout. Like, that's what he was doing. Yeah. He was doing a lot with the Senior Bowl. He was doing a lot with just college kids. And he would be like, hey, here's my phone number. Call me whenever you need me. I'll give you tips. I'll give you tricks, all this stuff. And then a year later, I had heard there was a tweet that came out on a Sunday night, the Sunday night before it happened, or Sunday morning before it happened, saying, I received reports that there is a prominent NFL player who will be on Good Morning Football or Good Morning America this week, either Monday or Tuesday, with a diagnosis of ALS, and it sounds like it's Chris Johnson. It blindsided me. I didn't even think about him not having social media presence over the past couple of months. I haven't seen him online any. He used to do Instagram lives all the time. He used to be posting all over Twitter and things like that. But then just to see him in that interview with Michael Strahan was just heart-wrenching. It's crazy to think how quickly a disease like that can just take over. It's insane. Insane.
Did you see him on, it was a couple of years ago, on Tea Time with Ocho Cinco and Brandon Marshall?
Yeah, when he was talking about the 2,500 yards.
Yeah, and it's like, what happened since then? You know, they told him a year ago he doesn't have much longer to live. I don't know the state that he's in now, but it's not great.
No. He will be at the
Yeah.
first game this year, though. The Jets
That'll
versus
be
Titans game. He's getting inducted into the Ring of Honor for the Titans. So his name will be up in the old stadium, the current stadium, for a year, and then transition over to the new stadium in 2027. So can't wait to see him there at that game. But I do have one memory of Chris Johnson. I did meet him at a training camp many years ago. I think it was like it was probably 2013, 2014, something like that. I think it might have been even earlier than that. It's a picture of me and him after training camp, smiling, whatever. That same day, after I posted that photo of him and I on my social media, it popped up as his profile picture. However, he cropped me out of it and just had him in his profile picture.
What?
I need to find the photo. It's somewhere.
You need to find this.
But he cropped me out of it, and it was just him.
He made it his profile picture?
I even commented on it. I said, Chris, you had to crop me out of your profile picture? Like, you couldn't post the whole thing?
Dylan, that is an insane story.
Insane. Not as good as my Craig Stevens story, but we'll talk about that another time. I've talked about it on the show before, but yeah. Chris Johnson,
Hulk
man.
Hogan story.
Hulk Hogan story was good too.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rip. That's been a year since he passed away. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Anyway, let's talk a little bit about. Let's get away from wide receivers. Stephon Diggs, sure. Let's talk about Stephon Diggs.
Let's stick right on the wide receiver.
Actually, come to think of it, let's stick on wide receiver for a second. Stephon Diggs going to the Commanders. Traylon Burks was with the Commanders as well. But Traylon Burks actually went down with an injury recently in training camp. Shocking no one because he is made of glass. So now they're bringing in Stephon Diggs, a veteran wide receiver, was most recently with the Patriots. He had some time in Buffalo as well. He never can get over the hump, it seems like, with the teams he goes on. What do you think his mindset is going to the Commanders? Do you think he sees a team that is a Super Bowl contender? Do you think this is him just chasing the bag? What are your thoughts on Stephon Diggs moving to the Commanders?
I think it's him going home. Shout out Murph, right here in the corner.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I think he's from Maryland, Washington. Played football in Maryland. They obviously have a good young quarterback. They could definitely use some receiver help. Said earlier that my silver lining to this whole thing, Dylan. Can you guess what it is?
No.
It's that Brandon Ayuk definitely will not be going to the Commanders.
I love that.
Because I have had enough of that guy.
I love that.
But as a Patriot fan, I'm very sad because I didn't expect that we were going to fall in love with Stephon Diggs like we did last year. And we did. And I was like, this guy is fucking awesome. That Bills game, the post-game speeches, the pre-game speeches, he had a 1,000-yard season for us. Like, very reliable guy. Loved the team, loved the organization, really bought into New England. Went on a Super Bowl run with them. I'll forever be grateful for the year that he gave us. I was sad to see him go, but obviously we have a problem. We have a plethora of wide receivers. So why not? There was teams that were interested in him. Maybe none of them were contenders. And he felt like the Commanders was like that middle. I think it was a 1-year, $10 million deal or $12 million deal. He got a little bit of money and, was able to go home and play in front of his home crowd, which is probably something he wants to do. And then the Commanders can now cut themselves out of the Brandon Ayuk bullshit. And boy, I cannot wait to see him just get cut and nobody pick him up because that dude is a clown.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's funny. Wesley brings up a comment saying, I know that the 49ers re-signed Deebo Samuel, which that just happened recently over the past week. But with Ricky Pearsall being done for the season, are there any free agents they should pursue? If they handled their wide receivers better, probably Brandon Ayuk would be the guy that could fill those shoes of Ricky Pearsall. But something's happening. The
49ers have bigger problems.
Right.
Yes.
Something's happening in San Francisco. With the
electricity plant.
Right. Next door to their training facility. Oh, everyone, don't look at that over there. Everyone's getting injured, but, it's fine. Don't worry about that substation over there.
A bunch of them are hurt. Striblings, Christian Kirk, and Mike Evans are all injured right now. And that's what I was going to say. Striblings, where do you come out? Texas A&M? No.
I'll find out.
Where does Ole Miss?
Ole
Ole Miss
Miss.
guy.
Yep.
I think that there was rumors of him being the number one wide receiver prospect at some point last season, and the 49ers seem to draft well. They've found a lot of guys. Obviously, Ricky Pearsall. I think Ricky Pearsall is like done for his career. I don't think that he's going to be able to play much. It was 2 days into camp and his knee swelled up like a balloon, and now he has to have surgery. Missed last year to knee injury. Missed most of his rookie year to knee injury.
Well, wasn't he the one who got shot or got stabbed?
Yeah, he got shot. Yep. And then they had
Too,
Brian Robinson. Both come out to many men. I don't know. They have Christian Kirk too, who's like a competent wide receiver. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see and they obviously have Debo. I think they're probably going to be okay with wide receivers for a bit. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, the injury thing is so weird in San Francisco. They really need to do something about that and figure it out, because even they're
not a problem.
Right.
Not a problem.
And then their head coach gets in a car wreck, and at first it said no one's at fault, but then it said the kid's at fault, and then now it says he's at fault. Just something's weird is going wrong in San Fran, and it's making it to where all these players, if there are free agents out there watching that situation in San Francisco unfold,
why would you want to go there?
Why would you want to go there? Why would you want to go there, get an injury? And also, the only way you would go there is if they are paying you a hefty bag. But they're not going to. So
no, I think Debo was like the end of it. They signed the guy.
I think so too. I think Kyle Shanahan has that swagger to think that, I can go into the season. If I have some banged up wide receivers, we'll find an option. One of the guys in the roster will step up. We'll be fine. No need to worry about signing free agents.
If any team in the NFL is going to be all right, I think I truly have full confidence in the 49ers. After what happened to them last year with all the injuries they had, and they still were like a good contender. They played hard. They were in close games. Like, I don't know. The next man up mentality that they have there in San Francisco is totally legit. If only they didn't have the injuries, but like insane. And then knock on wood, the guy who is like made of glass was the one that stayed strongest through the whole thing. Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
He was healthy all last year.
Which
I don't
is
know
wild.
If that's going to happen again this year.
It's wild to see him go from the Carolina Panthers to San Fran, where Carolina, he was glass. He just could not have a healthy season. And then San Fran, he went there and he's missed like less than 6-7 games so far in his career in San Fran. Like, good for you, Christian. Get your bag, go over there, stay healthy, avoid and dodge whatever's happening with that power plant next to your training facility. I mean, good for you, Christian. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
So he played, let's see, he played 17 games, 16 games, 4 games, 17 games.
Okay, there was one down year then. I think that was the year where he was like, he would try to come back and he have a leg injury and then try to come back, have a leg injury again.
Yeah.
They finally shut him down. But still, that's not what his career was in Carolina. In Carolina, it was like he was injured every year. So, yeah. Good for him. Good for him. Wesley says, no Fitz. Why did you say his name? Don't draft him this year.
I have him in Dynasty.
There you go. Also, Cage Mike Hugh said, now you have AJ and his poetry with the Patriots. You're good.
AJ's happy. He's
AJ's
happy to be here, man.
The thing is, him and Mike Vrabel wanted to stay together in Tennessee. Wanted to stay best friends as long as possible. And I think we probably would have seen a longer run of success for the Titans if AJ and Mike Vrabel had stayed together.
And, there's obviously all the stories about how AJ wanted to be drafted by the Patriots. He cried on draft day when he wasn't drafted by him. We took fucking N'Keal Harris. I don't even want to get into Patriots drafting wide receivers. They might be the worst team in the NFL at drafting wide receivers. Like, not only do they not draft the guy, but then the guy, like Jalen Polk just retired, and that pick that we traded down for was the one that they took. The Chargers took Ladd McConkey. Insane. But AJ obviously wanted to be here. He's grew up a New England fan. He's been a Patriot fan for a long time. It worked out. It's a match made in heaven. My whole thing is like last year there wasn't any talks about AJ Brown's knee, his injury history. I don't even know of him missing long periods of time.
He really didn't.
And then suddenly it's like he's in trade talks. Like, oh, yeah, have fun with his knee. Yep, take him. We don't want him anymore. I don't know. It's weird energy for how quickly he's being like passed off. And first camp, him and Drake May, they open up. Horrible. AJ Brown getting locked up by Christian Gonzalez, arguably the best cornerback in football. This is what you get. He makes a comment. I go on Twitter a lot, and Philly Twitter is saying how, oh, this is what you're going to get. He makes a comment and says, I wish they let Drake May throw the ball more. I listened to the clip, completely taken out of context. He was not complaining. He was saying how the camp was kind of boring because they didn't throw the football a lot. Oh, here he goes, starting to shit. Have fun in New England. We're so happy to be done with this guy. I don't get like the slander against him. He's been nothing but happy to be here. I've been seeing great things. I heard Christian Gonzalez and AJ Brown are cinema to watch. Just absolutely two alphas going at it. Iron sharpens iron. They're making each other better. And I don't know, weird energy around it. I'm so happy that AJ Brown is a Patriot. I'm so happy that he's here. Wish we could have brought Diggs back, but that's my take on the situation.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown going there to the Patriots is a great pickup. I think Drake May found his bell cow. I think AJ Brown will be happy with the targets he gets that he was not getting in Philadelphia. I think Jalen Hurts, we have it on the list here too. We'll talk about it in just a moment, but
I'm ready.
Let's talk about it then. Jalen Hurts, he's not going to be the guy throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game like you need to be as a quarterback. Like A.J. Brown wants you to be as a quarterback. He's going to be the running guy. He's going to be the handed off guy, push guy. He's not going to be the guy throwing the ball. So A.J. needed somebody like that. Devonta Smith is going to have plenty of opportunities now. He was getting those opportunities with the Eagles. It seemed like they were just trying to stray away from A.J. Brown for some reason. A.J., 2 years ago, I think it was, he had a stretch of games where he was getting like 100 yards was just easy for him. He just kept getting 100 yards. It was like a 3 or 4 game stretch where he just had 100 yards every game. And I don't know what Nick Sirianni did he just forget to throw it to A.J. Brown last year? Like, AJ was over there reading his poetry, like Cage said. AJ was just trying to stay zen last year. He wasn't getting the targets he was necessarily deserving of. I think he should have gotten more targets. I think the Eagles probably would have been more successful if AJ had gotten more targets in that offense. But, at the end of the day, you have a quarterback who it's very similar to like a early Russell Wilson with the Seattle Seahawks. When he had his Super Bowl runs, he wasn't throwing the ball. He really wasn't throwing it down the field. He was doing dink and dunk throws, handing it off to his running backs. Like, it wasn't a throw it around the yard kind of quarterback play that Russell Wilson had. Jalen Hurts is the same way. And he uses his legs a bit more than Russell Wilson does. But I just don't see him as being this top 10 quarterback in the league, in my opinion.
I have an interesting stat for you, Dillon.
Sure.
Where would you think that A.J. Brown ranked in target shares last year in the whole league?
Probably say like 15, 16.
A.J. Brown was 9th.
Where's Devonta Smith? Is he even in the top 10?
19th.
Wow.
But targets overall, where do you think A.J. Brown ranked?
Oh, way down the list.
15th.
Not
so he was 9th for shares.
Okay.
But 15th for actual targets in the league. Tet had more. Sutton had more. Michael Wilson had more. Igbuka had more. Christian McCaffrey had more. Wan'Dale Robinson had more. So
Interesting.
I don't know. When I look at that, I think to myself, this is an offense that runs the ball a lot. And when we look at Jalen Hurts, if you take away the tush push, does Jalen Hurts get talked about as much as he does now?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Jalen Hurts didn't have as bad of a season as I thought he did last year. 3,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Not terrible. Here's the question I have for you.
Sure.
Who's the number 1 ranked quarterback in Dillon's book right now? Smokey.
He hears his mom. His mom just got home. Garage door went up. He wants to go play. I'm about to get up and let him out the door in just a second. I would probably say number 1 quarterback in the league right now. I mean, I'm looking at your list now. This is not based on looking at your list. I would say Josh Allen as well.
I would say Josh Allen is number 1 as well.
I think he is. I think Patrick Mahomes is close. The injury hindered it a little bit last year. Patrick just wasn't as magical last year as he had been in previous years. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah.
I think that maybe having his old OC back this year might be helping him a lot. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I would say Josh Allen was number 1 last year.
I would say Josh Allen's number 1. I would say number 2. It's tough because like Mahomes definitely doesn't look like Mahomes has looked in previous years.
Are we looking at last year? Or are we looking at just like overall
right now going
list?
into the season? Yeah, going into the season. Who's your number 1? Who's your number 2?
I mean, are we not going to have Matt Stafford in this list?
I would put Matt Stafford in this list for sure.
I would put Matt.
Just
Stafford
came off
in
an
the list as
MVP
well.
season.
I would too.
I think that I would have Matt Stafford in my top 5.
Having that recency bias of Matt Stafford last year, I would probably put Josh Allen number 1, and on my list, probably Matt Stafford number 2.
Shout out my boy Sean Militello, Tyler Shug.
I mean,
Listen, I'm on the Shug train.
We'll see how it goes. Second year, we'll see how it goes.
He was electric at the end of last year.
He was. And I think
quietly, like no one was talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think with Kellen
He's got
Moore
good
there,
receivers.
Yep, has good wide receivers. I think Kellen Moore there, I think will be good. Also, I mean, running back room looks pretty solid too.
Yeah, Kamara. What? It's not ETN. What is it now? How does he pronounce it?
I don't know. It's not ETN?
No, he said he corrected it. And it's crazy. It's like, why would your name sound that way?
Oh, okay. Well,
let me see if I can find it.
That's weird. But yeah, no, I would definitely put Tyler Shuck had a good year. The only bad thing is I don't like putting a rookie quarterback on a list like this of current players who are like in the top 10 because they've shown me so little so far. Like I'm not putting Cam Ward in top 10. Achan? Like Devon Achan from the Miami Dolphins?
Yep, Trevor Achan. Not ETN. Yeah, next.
Yeah, wrong. Josh Allen number 1, Matt Stafford number 2.
Even if you don't have them ranked,
yeah.
Who's your 5? Who's your 5 in any order?
Right now, Josh Allen, Matt Stafford, Patrick. People are gonna roast me for this. Lamar's up there. Lamar's finally up there in the top 5.
Lamar is up there for sure.
Lamar's finally in the top 5.
Lamar has come into his own for throwing the football.
He has. When he first came into the league on this show, I would talk about how he was a top 10 athlete, not a top 10 quarterback. But he has slowly grown on me as a quarterback. And I think he's top 5 now.
So Lamar, Stafford, Allen, Mahomes. Did you
Burrow.
put Mahomes in there? Or did I
Yeah.
make that up?
Mahomes and
Mahomes and
Burrow.
Burrow. Okay. I would
That's
agree
top
with that.
5. That's top 5 today.
I would agree with that top 5.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, you got Drake May. I don't know where you rank him, but
I would put him in top
that
10.
conversation.
I'd
with
put
those
him in the
guys.
top 10. I mean, he's put together a really good tape. Even in his first year, in his rookie year, he had some good tape too. And last year, he really came into his own. We'll see how the schedule plays out for him this year. We'll see if if his play was the product of a weak schedule last year, or if it's just a product of his compatibility with Mike Vrabel and the offense there with Josh McDaniels. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, as of right now, I would probably put him in the top 10.
Okay, so now your next 5 are Drake May, and who's the other 4?
Drake. I'd put Baker in the top 10 too.
Okay.
I put Baker up there. I would put let me think who else.
Caleb, Dak, Justin Herbert.
I really
Justin
like
Herbert
Dak.
has to be in there.
Oh, Justin Herbert's up there. Yeah, Justin Herbert's
Yeah.
in top 10 for sure. I really like Dak. I
do too.
I
I
really
like Dak a lot.
I think he's a really, really good quarterback. I think that the situation that is the Dallas Cowboys, because the Dallas Cowboys team is just a large situation.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about living in the limelight, if you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, just by default,
Yep.
you're in that conversation.
Yep, absolutely. You're the quarterback of America's team, self-proclaimed America's team. I think Dak's a great quarterback. I would have to say Jaden had a bit of a down year last year.
Yeah,
Injuries, yeah. I don't know, and especially watching. Did you watch quarterback this year?
No, I didn't.
Season 3, watch it, because I don't know, with him and his mom,
It's weird.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to fare the rest of his career. It's like, like the AAU basketball, or just like the sports parents out there in, like, high school and college, watching their kids play, and just it seems like it's just like too much involved. I think that's similar. That's what's happening with Jaden Daniels right now, especially like her not allowing him to date certain girls, and it's weird. It's just weird. I don't know if I'd put him in the top 10 right now, especially after last year. It bounced back this year, and then we'll have a conversation about top 10. Top 15, I'd put him in the 15, not necessarily top 10 yet.
So in your top, in your 6 to 10, you have Drake May,
Baker,
Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Baker. Caleb?
Yeah. I really like the Ben Johnson marriage there. I really like that pairing. Even
Caleb would not go away last year.
He wouldn't.
He was still in games.
Yeah, he wouldn't. And the defense, I think, was really what played a part in their demise in a lot of the games they lost last year. So I would say Caleb.
Let's see. We have a couple of comments here.
And that's the thing. But Wesley brings up healthy Bo Nix top 10.
I don't know if I put Bo Nix in the top 10.
I
think that there's a lot of guys to take over Bo Nix. I would take Jaden Daniels over Bo Nix. 100%. And all those guys that we just named in the top 10, I would take over Bo Nix.
Just seeing some of the games he played, again, I think I have to see him one more year to have
I think he's right there.
I think he's right there.
Like, if you told me that you were going to swap out, like, I agree with your list. Baker's the one that I think I'm a little
hesitant on.
I'm trying to ponder.
That's fine.
And I like Jaden Daniels a little bit more. I think because he had a great rookie year and then kind of fell off last year, I think we forgot how great he was his rookie year. But, obviously I agree with you on everything else there. Bo Nix is an interesting one. So I think we get there, and then, there's 10 right there. Now we have Bo Nix in the conversation. You've got Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts. You've got
I think those three guys are in the next tier, the next 5.
So like, we talk a lot about Jalen Hurts, but I don't know. He's not, to me, there's other guys that I would take. And I think that was the whole point I was getting to was,
yeah.
I had a conversation with somebody like, oh, I'd put Jalen Hurts in my top 5. And I was like, what?
No.
On what day?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got, here's some other guys outside of that 10 that I might take over Jalen Hurts and Bo Nix. Trevor Lawrence is kind of hanging around that 10. Finished, he was strong at the end of last year. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Jordan Love, I don't think he's there yet. I think that there's some other guys that still take over him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that. Now here's the question: Would you rather have Bo Nix or Jalen Hurts?
That's the thing. I think I've seen enough from Jalen Hurts that there are moments in the season when the media is talking about, oh, well, Jalen Hurts is not doing enough, and he'll come out and have a crazy game. Is it the product of his wide receivers? Is it the product of having A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith as his boundary wide receivers, where he's
one of the
throwing
best offensive lines in football?
Is he the product of the pieces around him, or is it him actually taking over and willing a team to a win?
And maybe he is the perfect driving force for that offense.
Right.
Maybe he's the one piece.
Like a Brock Purdy.
I mean,
like a Brock Purdy in San Francisco.
Yeah.
He's perfect for that scheme. He's perfect for that scheme that he's in currently, and that's the reason why they have success.
Other quarterbacks have tried the tush push. Nobody else can replicate it.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to get into the offside stuff because I know that there's videos out there, and I've seen some plays where the offensive line starts to move before the ball even gets hiked. I digress. Outside of all that, I think Jalen Hurts is the perfect guy that runs the tush push because I don't think you're going to get a guy that's as big as Jalen Hurts, as strong as Jalen Hurts. I think that's what separates him. But I think when you're talking about quarterback play in the NFL, I don't have Jalen Hurts in my top 10. I think he's fringe 12 to 15.
Yeah, I would say closer to 15, but yes. And that's the reason why I think of Bo Nix and Jalen Hurts. And it's because I've just seen it. I don't know. I've seen that dog in Jalen Hurts a little more than I've seen it from Bo Nix so far.
Yeah.
Just a few extra moments.
Now, Dan has some good. Dan's a big Eagles fan, so he has some insight here. He has Hurts at 8. Might be a little biased, but you can't knock him winning 11 games a year, 4 straight years, in 2 Super Bowl runs, and doing it with brand new offensive coordinators. Yes, I can agree with that. But the one consistent through all that is one of the best offensive lines in football and a consistent top 10 defense every single year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at just the eye test. Just watching Jalen Hurts play football last year, he just doesn't jump out at me.
Yeah.
If you take the tush push away from Jalen Hurts, it doesn't jump out at me, his play.
Only bad thing is we'll never see his play because obviously the tush push is not going away. They've tried to take it away the past 3 off seasons, and it hasn't happened yet.
And I've said it before. I think we talked about it a little bit last year. I'm all in favor of keeping the tush push. Until somebody stops it, there has to be a defensive coordinator out there that's smart enough to figure out how to stop this play.
Well, and also referees have to be out there and throw flags when they see offensive lines false start.
I also think that it's bullshit that the running back can push Jalen Hurts, but a linebacker can't push a defensive lineman. That would be a penalty.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if you take the tush push away from Jalen Hurts, and he's the perfect quarterback to run this offense that Sirianni and these 9, 8 offensive coordinators, however many they've had, he's the perfect guy for it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's why it works. That's why they win 11 games. That's why they've been to 2 Super Bowls and have won one. Not knocking it. But my whole thing is, why did we give so much heat to Lamar, but then people are ready to just like ignore Jalen Hurts? For the same things.
Mm-hmm.
He's a running back that can throw the football. That's what Lamar was targeted for the longest time. And people accepted that. People were okay with that. But I don't know. Maybe I just don't hear enough of it. But I don't hear enough of Jalen Hurts is a running back that can throw the football.
Yeah. Chris Nosek said the tush push is to football as the shift is to baseball. Wesley Burton said keep the tush push and bring back the shift in Major League Baseball. Cage says, couldn't you say that about half the quarterbacks, though? My only rebuttal. I mean, having the best offensive line and having a top 10 defense, I don't think you can say that about every team in the league or half the quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, no. Drake May had a horrible offensive line last year. Great defense, though.
Sean Militello has his list. No particular order. Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow, Drake May, Sam Darnold, Murph is upset, Matt Stafford, Jaden Daniels, Purdy, and Kate Williams.
I know he won a Super Bowl. I know that he won a Super Bowl. But how did he sneak into that conversation?
Was he the MVP or no? No, it was Kenneth Walker.
It was Kenneth Walker, yeah. Kenneth Walker scored 2 touchdowns.
Sam wasn't even the MVP.
Sean, I don't. What's the logic, man? Now I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, Sean, you need to tell us about that one. Now, is he? I could see. I think we're sleeping on Sam Darnold in the sense that I think he's still top 15. I think he's sneak into that 11 to 15 range. I think he's similar to Baker. And it's funny because Baker and him were on the same Carolina Panthers team a few years ago. But I think we could have the conversation of, I think they are in the perfect situations for them right now.
I would take Jalen Hurts over Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, 25 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 25 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 3,200 yards. Sam Darnold, 4,000 yards. Sam Darnold, 14 picks. Jalen Hurts, 6 picks.
Jalen Hurts has that.
And Jalen Hurts can run.
Jalen Hurts has the mobility. That's the upside of Jalen Hurts compared to Sam Darnold.
I would take Jordan Love over Sam Darnold. I would.
Jordan Love over Sam Darnold.
You have to think also, Sam Darnold just had Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison to throw to, and then had JSN to throw the ball to.
I mean, only JSN.
Yeah, but JSN was the best receiver last year in football.
Was Justin Jefferson playing every game last year or 2 years ago with Sam Darnold?
Yeah, I think so.
2 years ago?
Let's look it up.
I thought he had some injuries. I thought it was either him or Jordan Addison were both. One of them was out for an extended amount of time whenever Sam Darnold was there.
Dude, Sean doesn't even have Justin Herbert on his list. Sean's the king of hot takes. Yeah, he played all 17 games, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns.
So I'm thinking Jordan Addison, maybe?
Jordan Addison, I think that was when he got suspended for, was it a Dewey?
Either a Dewey or, was it a Dewey or was it gambling?
One of them.
One of those two. I don't know. I like Sam Darnold. And if we're looking at a list of quarterbacks today, I could see the argument of making Sam Darnold being like the 11 to 15 range, close to Baker. But I think Baker is more successful than Sam Darnold
I would agree.
as a quarterback.
I would agree.
Chris said tush push equals NFL. The shift equals MLB. No movement clauses equals the NHL. Those just need to go away. Nothing against the rules. Hate it, then go beat it. True. True.
You know what? You know what we should do right now, Dylan?
What?
Tier maker.
Okay. Let's do it. Alrighty. I think I'm assuming there has to be a categories of NFL quarterbacks at this point, right?
Yep, got it right here. I'm sending it to you.
Okay, perfect.
Chat, we're doing this.
We're doing it. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be good.
This is gonna be good.
Okay.
I have to see it. I have to see it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's look at these here.
All right, so Josh Allen, S tier.
Josh Allen, S tier for sure. Patrick Mahomes.
Is he in the S tier still?
I would say he's at least A tier for now.
Definitely A tier. Definitely.
I would say A tier for now.
Lamar, S tier, A tier.
Let's go A tier.
Okay.
I think A tier.
Joe Burrow, A tier.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at I think Dak.
Let's put Stafford, A tier.
Yeah, A tier for sure. Where's Stafford at? Where is he? There he is.
Right there.
A tier. Okay. I like that.
Drake, A tier. I don't want to be biased. Keep me honest here.
I'm fighting between A and B. Chat, let us know. A or B for Drake May.
John says A.
A tier. Okay. We need two more people to tell us. A tier, B tier, Drake May. Stats are stats. I mean, debatable, but yes. I tested a part of it as well.
And I think Drake needs to show it more to be an A. I say B. So we have a vote for an A, vote for a B. Another A tier, but it's a homer. Joe Burrows. She's like convinced that it's Joe Burrows. It's like a whole bit that she does.
B until you get the rest filled out.
All right, so we're gonna go B tier.
Let's put him there for now. For now.
Okay.
For now.
Dak, B tier.
I'm leaning more towards A tier.
I don't know if Dak gets the over Drake.
We'll keep him B tier for now.
We
can shift. We can shift.
We'll shift.
We'll need a shift. Okay.
Herbert, B tier.
Herbert. Yeah, I'd say B tier for now. He has the capability to get to the A tier or even S tier, but I think he's B right now too.
All three of these B tier guys have the capability to be the A tier.
They do. They're fringe A's. Listen, Alex. Okay, Alex, don't give me this. I'm not a Dak rider. I like even Fitz likes Dak.
Certified Dak rider.
We like Dak. He's a good quarterback. Okay, I like Cage's point here. Dak and Herbert need to win in the playoffs to go higher, in my opinion.
That's fair.
I like that.
That's fair.
Okay. Who said Burrow's head of May? IDK. Okay, we're gonna focus on that in a little bit.
Caleb Williams. B tier.
I'd say B for now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say B for now. I mean, do we even need to talk about this? Do we need to even talk about that? I'm sorry, Wesley. I'm sure Wesley has that inkling as well, right?
Now, what about
He's got to go.
Nix?
C? He needs to prove one more year. I think
Okay.
C. I think C.
Trevor Lawrence.
Um,
C.
I'd say C. Sunshine.
Okay.
Gambone, why are you saying no effing way for? Who are you talking about? Bo Nix?
Jaden Daniels. C.
I'd say C.
Okay.
Where's Jaden?
I would say B, but I know we're torn on Jaden Daniels
Yeah,
here.
I'd say C. Where is Jaden?
I would
Oh,
say
here he is,
Jaden
here he is, here he
Daniels
is.
is B.
Can Lawrence be a B.5? No.
B.5.
No. A C.5? No.
Baker.
I'm
going to put it as C.
I want him at a B. I want him at a B.
If he's going to B, Jaden Daniels goes to a B.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Chat, who are you riding with here? Baker needs to be a B, right?
Baker's a B.
See? B.
Baker is a C.
B or C, everybody. I think B. Baker's proving it more.
It's all fucked up now.
We'll figure it. We'll fix it, John. Once we put it in. This is just our initial rankings, okay?
Put him at C for now.
Okay. I've seen several B's though. I've seen several B's. We'll shift it. Malik. D.
Well, Malik's a D, yeah, for sure.
D.
Jordan
Love.
Jordan Love is a C.
I'd
for
say
sure.
C. Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts, C or a B?
We were saying he was going to be a top 15 guy.
I'd put him at C.
Okay. A-Rod.
Jared Goff. Oh, A-Rod. A-Rod is a D.
A-Rod's a D?
At this point in his career, I would say he's a D.
I don't know.
Am I tripping?
Chad, I don't know about that. A-Rod is a D? At this point in his career? Look up A-Rod's stats real quick from last year.
Also, I got to talk shit.
Listen, Kelly, John, we're listening. We're gonna look back on this after this and adjust. This is our initial rankings.
3,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks. You can put him at C.
I don't know. I'm thinking B, but Alex is saying that's a D's a rough way too.
Jared Goff, C.
Yeah, I'll put him at C.
Okay.
CJ Stroud.
D. I'm sorry, D.
I think their defense is really doing wonders for Houston.
It's doing all the work, doing all the heavy lifting.
It's the big D in Houston.
It's the big D.
Kyler Murray.
D.
I would probably
I haven't seen it for a while. He's disappeared for a couple of seasons now.
Chubby Stroud. Yeah, that is. Yeah. Kyler as a D. Is he in the same ballpark as a Malik Willis?
I think Malik Willis needs to go down to an F.
And
I think Anthony Richardson isn't even on the list.
Can we delete him?
That looks better to me. That feels better.
Jacoby Brissett. D.
F. In my opinion.
Let's give him a little grace. Let's do a D. Kirk O'Chains at this point in his career, definitely a D.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely a D. From what we saw last year.
Shador. D.
Where is Shador?
He's the fourth one.
Oh, there he is. Is that Dillon Gabriel next to him too?
That's crazy that they don't have Deshaun Watson on this list. We'll just pretend Dillon Gabriel's Deshaun Watson.
Eh,
I would put Shadur at an F.
yeah, for now. Dillon Gabriel,
Yeah, aka Deshaun Watson, also an F.
also an F. Okay.
We're not going to do Penix or Penix might get the job. He's an F too.
Yeah, he's just not good.
We'll ignore Flacco and Anthony Richardson.
Bryce
Young, he's a
I'd say C.
C. I agree.
I'd say C. Yeah, I'd say C.
Danny Dimes, a C.
He needs to show it one more year. He had a good year last year. Wesley, sorry, he had a good year last year, but he needs to show it again.
Gino, F, D.
I'd probably put him in D. Give him a little bit more grace than that.
Tua, F.
He's in Atlanta now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
JJ,
a terrible quarterback situation.
That's a really bad quarterback room.
JJ's
an F, in my opinion. Excuse me.
He needs to prove it this year. Shuck.
Is he a C or a D?
I think Shuck's a C for now.
I think he's a C for now too.
C tier.
Dart, C.
Yeah. I think all these rookie guys need to be C. Even Cam just needs to be a C. All these guys need to be C's. Jameis.
I don't think he's starting. Is he still the backup in New York, or did he go somewhere else?
I don't think he's there anymore. Did he go somewhere else? I don't think so. He might still be there.
He is still with the Giants, yeah. So Dart has the job. I wouldn't really consider him on the list right now.
Okay, let's take off Dillon Gabriel then too. We'll take it.
Okay,
because they'll be backups anyway. Joe's not starting anywhere, right?
Well, we had Dillon Gabriel because he was Deshaun Watson, and Deshaun Watson is competing with Shador right now.
Okay, we'll keep him at F. Joe's not playing anywhere. Where is he? Flacco?
No, he's the backup for the Bengals still.
Okay.
So we don't have to worry about him. Russell Wilson retired. Yeah. Justin Fields is the backup for Kansas City. Sam Darnold.
That's right.
C? B according to Sean Militello? I wouldn't take him over Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, or Baker. That's for sure.
I'd put him at C. Yeah.
Okay. Brock Purdy, C as well.
Yeah. Mac Jones is not starting.
Mariota's not.
No.
Mendoza.
Fernando is backup.
Yeah.
As of right now.
Put him at D. F.
Yeah, we don't know. I would say F. For any of these guys. Who's this guy? I don't know who that is.
Is that Dante Moore for Oregon that didn't get drafted? I think that's Dante Moore for Oregon.
What was the Alabama's quarterback?
Yeah, that is Dante. Yeah, that is him.
Okay. And who's this other guy?
Ty Simpson.
Oh.
Also back.
Well, he's not starting anyway, so. Okay. Let's look at this.
This is our list.
I think as of right now, Matt Stafford should move up.
Gabe. My flag football QB is S tier. Gabe was my flag football quarterback.
Love that. Bryce? Are you talking about Bryce?
Who?
Kelly was saying, where's Price? Oh, that Price. Never mind. Chat. In the chat. Guess he's not here anymore.
Y'all rank 36 quarterbacks. Well, yeah,
some of them are camp battles.
The Falcons are a camp battle. The Vikings are a camp battle. The Browns are a camp battle right now. Eventually, Fernando will take
Falcons
over for Kirko.
Are a camp battle too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's at least 4 camp battles. So that's where the 4 extra guys come from.
So you want to put would you say you want to put Stafford the S tier?
I think he's at the peak right now. I think given his season last year. I can't put Joe Burrow up there because he got injured again. Lamar.
I think in my opinion, if anyone goes to S tier, it's Lamar.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion.
Okay.
But Lamar did have a really rough season last year.
Yeah,
We're
he
gonna,
did.
if we want to credit Matt Stafford,
If we're
we
looking at
can't-
quarterbacks right now,
yes, I think Lamar goes back to A. And Mahomes stays at A. I'm happy with both of those. I'm happy with Joe Burrow at A, strictly because of injuries.
mm-hmm.
I think Joe Burrow is very talented.
Yep, I agree.
And then Stafford is obviously great, MVP winner last year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know.
Okay. I like having Josh Allen and being the only one in S tier. I like having.
I'm with that. I
like having Josh Allen being the only one.
Of his own.
That's fine. That's fine. I like that.
Okay. So I'm happy with that.
Okay. Now let's look at A tier. I think is fine.
I'm happy with A tier. I personally would bring Drake up to A tier, but that's just because I'm a Patriot fan. I understand if I have to be talked off the ledge. So we'll keep him in B tier.
For now.
I think Dak, Justin Herbert, and Caleb Williams all belong there. I personally would bring Jaden Daniels up. I'd feel more comfortable doing that, but I know where you stand with him. So
if you bring Jaden Daniels up, I'm bringing Baker up.
Okay, so we leave them both in C tier.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Chat, I don't see anything wrong with this list right now. You're not going to have more guys combined in S, A, and B than you would in C.
I feel like you know what we need? We need another category.
Kelly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I tried to tell him.
I think we need a trash category.
I wish there was like a. Wait, can you wait? No. Can I add?
There's got to be a way you can add another one.
Add a row below.
Add a row below.
Can I put like a trash can? I mean, you're putting this guy.
So here's what I would do with adding the trash, and let me know your thoughts. I would create another category because there's some guys in C that I don't think belong in C. So I would just move everybody down. And then I would create D would be another subcategory of C because
you think it's C minus? Like what were we?
I think after like Jalen Hurts, I think it kind of falls off.
Okay.
Do you see? Let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking?
So you're saying past Jalen Hurts, it should be these guys should be.
I would leave Jared Goff in C. That's just me personally. I would have everybody. I'd swap Rodgers and Goff, and then everybody after Goff, I would bump down to their own category.
I'm doing it.
Sorry. Fuck it, do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
We're bringing.
Yes.
We'll bring him there.
Right there.
And everyone on this row.
Now I'd move everyone that's in F down to trash, except for Mendoza.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay, I see what you're doing.
I don't think Mendoza's trash. He's
No.
just unproven.
I think that are these guys gonna be F?
Yes. Personally.
Okay. And then these guys.
Yep. Oh, I feel so much better about this. I'd bring Rodgers down. That's just me.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I think he's proven it to where he could be a C guy.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
I think he's proven it that he can be the C guy.
I earned a little bit of respect for him now that he's reconnected with his family.
What? Is Caleb Williams better than Sam Darnold?
Who said that?
Gabe did. And Wesley said Caleb gets mad hype on this show. Listen, I don't talk about Caleb Williams that much on this show.
Yeah, Caleb Williams, in my opinion, is better than Sam Darnold, yes.
Especially with the quarterback and with the coaching he's getting right now.
Yes.
Current, and we're talking about current list, guys. We're not talking about like, a a list of everyone in their prime, who's the best from their prime. We're not talking about that. We're talking about right now in the league. I think Caleb just has more intangibles than Sam Darnold does.
I mean, let me ask you this: when you watched the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, was it because of Sam Darnold? And when you watched the Bears win football games, was it because of Caleb Williams? And I think the answer to both of those is exactly what we think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because of Caleb Williams, not just because of Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold, exactly what we were talking about earlier with Jalen Hurts. I know Gabe wasn't here for that. When we were talking about Jalen Hurts, he's the perfect engine for that machine. I think Sam Darnold, and you said it actually, Dillon, a little bit ago, he's the perfect system quarterback for what they're doing in Seattle. Like, they got rid of Geno. They said, we want to bring in Sam Darnold. This is the move that we're making. Mike McDonald said, this is the guy we want. He clicked with JSN. He was exactly what they needed for a Super Bowl run. He won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
But I don't think we were watching a lot of games being like, wow, Sam Darnold is the dude who put it on his back. I mean, I think we were all expecting Sam Darnold to shit his pants again in the playoffs. Whereas Caleb Williams was the reason why, yes, talented offense. Yes, they have some good pieces. But I think he was more of the reason why they were winning games. Their defense was good, for sure.
Yeah.
But I think we can look at the tape and say Caleb Williams made a lot of great plays.
I'm reading through a lot of these comments right now. Kelly calling Baker Bakery. I love that. I think that's what should be his name. The bakery's open. Wesley Burton saying you can move Baker up if you move Nix up and Cam down. Don't give me that, Wesley Burton. Don't give me that. You're just upset that Cam and Daniel are in the same category, the same tier.
The Colts are lucky that Daniel Jones is what he was.
Right.
Just be grateful, Wesley.
Because, I mean, you guys had Phillip Rivers and Anthony Richardson to play quarterback for you last year. How'd that turn out? Phillip Rivers, actually, his last game, he threw a touchdown.
I loved watching Phillip Rivers play.
I did too. He's great.
That was fun.
He was great. The vintage trash talk too. I mean, it's great. I'm good with this list.
I'm let's see. S is great. A is great. B, Baker. I love Baker. I'm a Baker guy. He's my only thing, but if we're agreeing to Daniels, we're agreeing to Baker, so I'm happy with B.
Mm-hmm.
I think C is perfect. I love this list. I think this is a great list.
Yeah. Kelly said get Rodgers out of here. I mean, he's still in the league. He's a starting quarterback. We still got to we have to rank him. Nick's had more passing yards, 2 less passing touchdowns than Williams, and a higher QBR than Williams.
What's up with this Bo Nix love?
I don't know.
What's going on here, Wesley?
John says it really depends what we are using as criteria.
I think these are just guys that I would, if I had to start an NFL team, this is the list that I'm looking at here for what I do.
I like that description.
Nix has more passing yards and 2 less passing touchdowns in his career, though. Wesley, in his career, because if it's his career, that's null and void. Because Caleb Williams, his first year, had who? Fucking Matt Nagy?
You're welcome, Kelly. Baker was bumped up. She was happy about that one.
You and Kelly are hitting it off.
Okay, John likes it. Look at that. If we're going by who to start this year. See? I like that. I'm glad John gave us his stamp of approval.
Now I got to compare. Wesley's getting on my nerves. Just kidding, Wesley. I love you. Bo Nix versus... Let's see. Yeah, if we're looking at careers, I want to look at can I look at stats from just last year? I can't. It won't let me do it.
It should.
I can just pull it up. I guess.
You'd still have Bo Nix and B tier. Show it to us one more year, John. If he shows it to us one more year, then I think that's when I'd be more comfortable pushing out to B tier.
All right, I'm pulling up side by side for me to look at. Just last year, I'm removing 2024 from the equation. 14-3, 11-6. Bo Nix had a better record for sure. 63% completion for Bo Nix, 58 completion for Caleb Williams. So Bo Nix, better completion percentage. 3,900 yards to 3,900 yards. Caleb Williams had 3 more passing yards than Bo Nix had. 25 touchdowns to 27 touchdowns. Caleb Williams had 2 more touchdowns. Bo Nix threw 11 picks. Caleb Williams threw 7 picks. Rushing. Let's see. 356 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. 388 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. I'm taking Caleb Williams. More touchdowns, less interceptions. Dillon, what do you think?
I think if the game's on the line, one last drive, and I have I want Caleb Williams to go out there and do it.
I agree.
I think that's
they both
the
had good defenses.
there.
I think the Broncos had a better defense. They both have solid. Broncos have one of the best offensive lines in football, if not the best.
Wesley, don't give us these laughing emojis, okay? Don't give us that. This is our list.
The Iceman.
This is our list.
This is our list.
I like it. I saved it, so we have it.
Speaking of Baker, though, why doesn't he just sign the contract and play and bet on himself for another year? Because it's not the money, right? They're in the $50 million a year category. It's the years. He wants more years. They only want to give him 2. Is that?
He wants to have a security blanket. He wants to be given that stamp of approval by the organization to say you're the franchise guy moving forward.
But he's going to play this year. He's not holding out, correct?
Correct. He's playing this year. Mm-hmm.
So he's going to play this year on the same deal instead of signing a deal to get a raise and then try again next year, right?
Hoping for a bigger deal next year. Yep.
What? Am I missing something? Like, that doesn't sound right to me.
He feels like he can put the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a corner by playing really well this year, because when he has a chip on his shoulder, he plays better. And so if he plays better this year, then they think that his camp thinks that he could demand more money from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or potentially go somewhere else. I think what they were offering him $50 million, right? It was 2 years, roughly $100 million total.
I think it was something like that.
It's like $50 million a year that they were offering him. So I get it. He wants to have that long-term security. I think also they're looking at Todd Bowles, and they're saying, okay, is Todd Bowles going to be our head coach past next season? If they have if they start off poor, if they come in and they just don't do any better in the NFC South this year, if they lose the division title again this year, should they move forward with Todd Bowles as the head coach? And that's probably what they're looking at. They're probably thinking, if we get rid of Todd Bowles, then our new head coach should have his pick of a new quarterback. A shiny new toy from the draft, potentially. And
I don't think they'll be that bad.
They're not going to be that bad, but they could still get a quarterback in the draft in the first round and probably be... I mean, the quarterback class coming out of college will be pretty good this year. Arch is the headliner, obviously, but Trinidad Chambliss is going to be coming out. Arch is going to be coming out. Dante Moore. There'll be some quarterbacks coming out.
Wesley, what are you doing here? Who threw more passes? Who had more yards? You could throw as many passes as you want. It's about yards, buddy. Caleb Williams had 3 more yards compared to all those passes that Bo Nix threw.
Yes, John, that sounds like a plan. We can do running backs next time. I like that. It's going to be a longer list, but... And then wide receivers.
We're not wrong. It's a good list. That's a great list.
That's a great list.
That quarterback list is fantastic.
I like that list. I like that list.
Um,
But I think Baker, he just
but from
wants.
a Baker standpoint, because I understand what you're saying for the franchise, that makes sense. But from a Baker standpoint, you're going to play this year on that same deal.
Yeah.
You just publicly came out, called out this organization. You pissed them off.
Well, how old is Baker going in this
28,
year?
29, maybe 30. I don't know.
No.
31, 32. I'm just going to keep going until I find out.
I think he's probably like mid-30s at this point. Early mid-30s?
He's 31.
31.
He just
Okay.
turned 31.
Okay, 31.
Fresh 31 a couple months ago.
Okay. So if you do the 2-year deal, and at the end of that 2-year deal, they find another quarterback and start another quarterback.
You don't even
somehow
have to
new
play
head coach,
two. You can just do one.
You can do one. You can do one. Could be an out in the second year.
Yeah.
But then you'd be 33 potentially, 32, 33 potentially. At this point, I would think that if he signed a 2-year contract, he would want to play both years. So he would be 33 when he got another contract, looking for another contract extension. You're not going to
make right now.
You're not going to give a 33-year-old more than 4 or 5 year contract at that point. And if he goes to a new organization, they're not going to give him a long-term contract anyway, most likely.
So his average currently, right now,
34,
33.33333 repeating. Total guaranteed $50 million. So why wouldn't you sign a $50 million deal right now, get paid more money this year, and then go get another contract next year when you're 32?
Depends on what the structure was of the contract. I don't think we ever got the full contract details from the organization. I think an insider came out and said it was going to be 2 years, $100 million overall. I think that was the number there. So I don't know if there was going to be an out in the second year or not on that contract. But again, I think he wanted to have that secure. I think it's more of a slap in the face to him. He feels that the organization said, okay, you've done this for us the past couple of years. We've had success. Now let me only give you a 2-year contract. I think that's why he was upset. He wanted it to be just a longer-term contract to show that, hey, you have done well for our organization the past couple of years. You are a franchise quarterback. We're going to extend your contract to where you stay with us to remain the franchise quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that just didn't happen. And so he's upset by that. Which I get it, because he's been tossed around the league. I mean, he started in Cleveland, and Cleveland just threw him out with the dirty laundry because of one bad year with his shoulder injury. And he's just hopping around team to team since then. This was the first place he's been able to go to where he's been able to be the franchise quarterback for the past couple of years, and the team just doesn't want to appreciate him by giving him a longer than 2-year contract. That's where he's thinking right now. And that's what I would be thinking too if I were Baker. That why am I not being rewarded for what I've been doing for the organization? We have a house here in Tampa. We want to raise our family here in Tampa. We want to stay here in Tampa, but you're only wanting to give me a 2-year contract when you have these other quarterbacks, Trevor Lawrence, for instance, and I know they're younger guys, but still they're getting these long-term contracts to be the franchise quarterbacks for these different teams. I mean, I think Baker's probably the best quarterback in that division. I don't even think it's a debate right now. Because you have Bryce Young, you have Tyler Shuck, and
yeah, he's the best. Oh, easily the best in that division.
And the pile of garbage they're going to put at quarterback for the Falcons this year.
The Falcons are a mess.
Such a mess. The Michael Penix pick,
terrible.
So bad.
You paid Drake London top money, Kyle Pitts top money, Bijan Robinson top money. You just lost one of your young pass rushers to a torn ACL for the season. Your other young pass rusher can't stay out of trouble. Seems to be some harassment WNBA thing.
Rough.
I'll never understand what the Falcons are doing.
No idea.
What are they holding on to?
No idea.
You're going to have Michael Penix and Tua at your quarterback position. It's just, I don't know. Drake London and Bijan and Kyle Pitts got paid. I guess they're all happy.
I'm sure they are. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening there in Atlanta, but I mean, Baker's the best quarterback in the division, and he felt like he earned a longer contract than 2 years, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Chris said the Penguins were a mess heading into last year too. In my LMAO, talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins, I don't see the same magic in Atlanta though. More like Thrasher's luck. I mean, yeah, I don't think they're going to be any good.
Who is drafting Bijan? Everyone's drafting Bijan, John. Bijan should go first 4 picks.
Yeah, top 4
in every draft.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbs should go number 1.
Wesley, maybe it's not about money for him at this point in his career. I mean, I tend to agree with that. I don't think it's about money for Baker. I think it's about longevity. I think it's about stabilization.
Finally getting the respect.
Right. He's not getting it.
Well, he got it here on Out of Bounds.
He did. B tier. B tier, baby. B tier.
B for Baker.
But yes, we talked about a lot tonight. Had a long show tonight as well, almost 2 hours. Thanks everybody for sticking with us this entire time. Really appreciate it. It's good to be back on the mic. Good to be back to talk about football with Fitz here on Out of Bounds and on JDF Sports. Anything you'd like to end on here, Fitz?
Nah, man, it's good to be back. As far as like what we're gonna do, I don't know. We'll have to hash that out. But I've been itching to get back on the mic. Dillon and I, we threw a dart. We picked a day. We planned it. Let's get on the mic and let's talk. It's great to be back with you, man. It's great to be talking football. We got preseason football tomorrow. The Panthers and the Cardinals. I could give 2 fucks who's playing as long as it's professional football. I'm happy to watch it.
Carson Beck, baby.
Carson Beck. College football is what, 2 weeks away?
I think so.
0?
Yeah, I think so.
It's
right around the corner.
Fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fantasy football's right here. I'm already doing some mock drafts and kind of preparing some stuff. So as far as whatever we're gonna do, I don't know. We'll have more for you. I guess stay tuned and see what that looks like. But I'm just so blessed and so grateful to be here on the mic with Dillon again and talking football, being where I belong. Everyone who showed up tonight, what a great turnout.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone in the comments, John, Kelly, Wesley, Chris, everyone at the beginning, Newt, Connor, Justin Kearns, Stambo, the Price.
Alex popped in too.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian too.
Showing up,
absolutely.
Our guy Brian. And all, there's plenty of other people that I missed out on there. But everyone who tuned in, my buddy Simi, thank you guys so much. It's just great that we could just pick a day, turn on the mics, and you guys show up and want to talk with us and hang out with us. So
yeah,
that's all I got. Dillon, what you got?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the football season. Looking forward to talking more football on Out of Bounds. We'll be coming back for the show as well for the season. Most likely having our first true Out of Bounds show into this month, beginning of September, right before the regular season begins. So we'll start that weekly as well. And like Fitz said, we'll figure out some other things to sprinkle in here on JDF Sports to do some different things here and there, and hopefully get you guys interacting as well. We'd love to get you guys back into the audience when we have streams. So please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel because we will always give you the notification when we're going live. We'll be doing a lot of different things here on JDF Sports, bringing it back, doing some old school things, doing some new school things as well, working with some AI things in the background too. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to see what we do, and I can't wait for you guys to come along for the ride with us as well.
Shout out to my boy Dan, by the way, Cage My IQ. Dan for joining in. I want to make sure he's on the list too because I got to love, but. Chris wants to know, are you going to be doing the show with Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler will be coming back. We have to figure out his schedule, too, because he's doing great things up there in Wisconsin, doing a lot of sports, anchor stuff up there on local television. So we'll see how his schedule pans out. Alex Hanley might be joining us as well from Mississippi. So see his school schedule and everything. But I will definitely be here. Fitz will probably hop on every once in a while, at least, on Out of Bounds. So talk about football there and figure out some other things too. But we'll be, like I said, keep your eyes on our social media and our YouTube channel too. We'll be posting there to give you the latest and the greatest and to give you some more insight into what we're doing and what to expect this year as we go through.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
Yeah.
So blessed. It's been a great night. This has been awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing this with me.
Absolutely. Thanks to you as well, Fitz. Thanks everybody once again for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys next time right here on JDF Sports.